Viewers, of the last 15 days, activist Sonam Wangchuk has been leading a hunger protest in Ladakh as the Union Territory still remains without an elected legislature. Only 2 hill councils are currently directly elected by the people of Ladakh. But today, the protests in Ladakh took a violent turn as some unruly elements resorted to stone pelting and arson. Some even clashed with the police, and the police in turn fired tear gas shells and resorted to baton charge to control the crowd. Amidst this clash, the protesting youth set fire to the BJP office in Leh and reportedly torched a CRPF vehicle outside the party office. So what's the story behind these protests? Let's try and break down what's been happening in Ladakh for you. Now, this was essentially Ladakh was a part of the Kashmir division of the erstwhile Jammu and Kashmir. After the 370 abrogation, there's no legislature in Ladakh. There are only 2 hill councils that are currently elected by the people. Now, the demands that have been raised in Leh for the UT status were before 2019, and post 2019, the demands in Kargil for unification for Jammu and Kashmir have also arisen. So what prompted this latest round of protests in Ladakh, and what are Sonam Wangchuk and his loyalists now demanding? Let's break that down for you as well. Now, they have sought a scheduled area status for Ladakh. This is an issue that was first raised with the Modi government in 2019. This demand grew further as far as Ladakh is concerned after the abrogation of Article 370. The argument is that it was BJP's promise in the 2019 manifesto. Now, Wangchuk has come out to say that the government is yet to honor the 2019 promise. So what exactly is the 6th schedule of the Constitution that Sonam Wangchuk and many others in Ladakh are now demanding? It provides the formation of a tribal administrative region or several such regions in Ladakh. These regions would be managed by the autonomous district councils, and the ADCs have up to 30 members with a 5-year term. They can make laws for land, forest, water and agriculture, issues very close to the heart of those people there. Now, following the protests and the violence that has broken out, government sources have also responded to the developments as the centre keeps a very close watch. The centre has come out to say that they had fixed a date to discuss all pending issues. October 6 was the date for talks, and the request was to prepone. Some meetings were even planned on September 25th and 26th, and it's on the eve of that these protests have happened. Despite all of this, violence was quote-unquote provoked in Leh, is what they say. Now, the BJP has released a series of visuals of the violence that unfolded. Let's now focus on this man highlighted by BJP's IT cell chief Amit Palvia. He stands in a Congress councillor for Upper Leh Ward. Not just that, in another video, he's alleged that the same man can be seen instigating youth for violent acts. However, Times Now spoke to the leader in question, who not only denied the allegations but also said that he was not at the location in the first place.
एक मालविया है बीजेपी के, उन्होंने ट्वीट किया है तो उन्होंने आपकी पिक्चर लगाई है। वो कह रहे हैं वायलेंस में आप शामिल थे।
मैं उन पे डिफेमेशन का सूट लगाने वाला हूँ।
मगर पिक्चर में तो आप दिख रहे हैं उसमें।
नहीं है मेरा, आप इसी दिन का सीसीटीवी कहीं पे भी देख लीजिए। मेरे पास खुद एलिबाई भी है, मेरे पास सीसीटीवी फुटेज है। उसी टाइम पे मैं कहीं और मौजूद हूँ।
The BJP IT cell chief has put out a fresh post on social media platform X hinting at the possibility of a plan hatched in advance to set the BJP office on fire. His post reads, and I quote, "At a press conference yesterday, the Congress councillor from Saspol, Smanla Dorji Norbu, openly challenged the administration, daring them to deploy more CRPF personnel and insisting that even a larger security presence would not stop demonstrators from reaching the BJP Ladakh office and dragging people out." He went on to say that he would personally come to stone the BJP Ladakh office, and he's urged people from across Ladakh to travel to Leh on 24th September to carry out the attack. On the 24th of September, a mob subsequently set fire to the BJP Ladakh office. Let's quickly open this up to our guest now joining us. Sidharth Yadav, BJP national spokesperson, continues with us. Rajat Sethi, author, is with us. We also have Advocate Nikhil Jain, political analyst, who continues. Dr. Sunny Dhiman, political analyst, is joining us here in the studio. Dr. Sunny Dhiman, a lot of politically charged commentary that's happening there, and what's quite shocking is the latest allegation coming in that this was actually stated by a particular Congress councillor, that there was a call to get people into Ladakh Violent protests were threatened, and that's exactly what led to the setting ablaze of the BJP office that you see on the screen there. Your response to that, Sunny Dhiman?
Jule Ladakh, and I again insist, Jule Ladakh. I have been the visitor of Ladakh for last several years, and I can vouch for it that Ladakhi people are the sweetest people in India. And these were the people who celebrated 2019 when the Ladakh was made union territory. And these are the same people who are right now are angry with the BJP. And the real question is not that who burned the BJP office. The real question is who burned the dreams of the Ladakhi people, that the sweetest people of in India, they have to get violent. These people, the Sonam
What was the dream?
Yes, the dream was the independence, like the 6th schedule for the tribal people.
Independence?
Independence according to the Indian constitution for the tribal people. The 6th schedule, which is the part of Indian constitution, which was the promise of the BJP government, they are not giving it. Second, the government jobs are, there is a fear among the Ladakhi people that their jobs is under hands of the quote-unquote outsider. And secondly, the so-called, the favorite media, the media heart, the Sonam Wangchuk, the three-idiot guy, he has been sweetheart of the Indian middle class. He has been portrayed as a villain. He has been portrayed as a villain because he is demanding secularly in a very peaceful manner.
Who has called him a villain? Who has made him a villain?
Because you remember what happened to him. His property has been seized. Not his property, because his NGO's property has been seized.
Who has seized his property?
The BJP government. Who has?
The BJP government has seized Wangchuk's property, you're saying?
Of course. They have shown notice to him, and Ladakhi people, they have walked from Ladakh to Delhi. You remember last year they walked, but it doesn't matter.
Sunny Dhiman, please, I mean, let's stick to facts. Now, what you are saying right now is that the BJP government has seized the property of Mr. Sonam Wangchuk. It is, first of all, it is of course a centrally administered territory. It's a union territory at the moment. There's no BJP rule over there. But one second. Let me bring in some of our other panelists on this. Rajat Sethi, would you like to come in on this? Because there's a series of allegations now coming in from Sunny Dhiman. There's an attempt to target Sonam Wangchuk by the centre, seize his property, and this is all part of that larger issue because a promise was made in 2019 of a separate status that has not been fulfilled.
You know, first of all, the entire morality of this public movement, so to say, has now been laid exposed. The political character of that has now come to the surface. And therefore, I have zero sort of sympathy with the entire movement now. I have campaigned in the state of Ladakh, in the region of Ladakh, all the way up to Turtuk. You know, several of their demands around development and all of those things could have been done in a way which were acceptable. Asking for Schedule 6 and the other things, there have been several deliberations, ongoing deliberations also with the central government. This was absolutely, there was no reason for it to take a violent turn. And if it has taken a violent turn, it is necessarily political in nature. They want to challenge the government, which is of the central government over there. And they are playing into the narrative of our neighbors. They are playing into the narrative of the Congress party, which has a sitting member of parliament, and they want to exert more control over the area. And Mr. Sonam Wangchuk himself has been at various occasions, his entire political motives have also been laid bare now. So I don't see any sympathy after what has happened, and therefore I think this movement should be now called off. And if they are serious about it, deliberations can happen around the core issue of statehood, and also understanding the sensitivities that the central government has around giving law and order and security measures to the state.
All right. I want to ask a simple question to you.
With lot of challenges.
I would ask a simple question to you, Dr. Sunny Dhiman. The point I'm making is that if there were going to be a separate round of talks on the 25th and 26th, where the MHA has said that they are prepared to, discuss all these issues, should the protesters then not be held accountable for choosing violence over dialogue?
Madhav, before going into this argument, I'm just reminding you that visual, that people of Ladakh, they walked from Ladakh to Delhi, and for last several days, the people of Ladakh are on hunger strike. They are very emotional, and they are the protector of the Himalayas. And this BJP government, these BJP people, They have, agitated even these youngsters. They are the sweetest and the most, sincere citizens of this
Sir,
India.
why are they not engaging in talks? This sweetness argument, even if I buy, I'm simply asking you that why not engage in talks?
No, what do you expect? They have walked from Ladakh to Delhi.
So they cannot sit for talks.
They are on hunger strike. And now the people of Ladakh, they are getting angry. And
Sir, how will you resolve this issue without talking, sir?
They have to
by burning any party office or any building for that matter.
Burning of
how does that resolve the issue?
Dream are more important than burning BJP office. The people of Ladakh,
Sidharth Yadav.
Their dreams.
Sidharth Yadav, your party has burned the dreams of the people of Ladakh. Please respond to Dr. Sunny Devan.
Madhav, I have strong objections to one of your panelists who comes on national television and says that people have to resort to violence. In democracy, there is no have to. There is no have to. Sir, I was not speaking while you were speaking.
You said, what else do you expect? When I was talking to you about talks, you said, well, that's what he's referring to.
Your viewers can rewind. He said, what else people can do is they have to resort to violence. There is no have to resort to violence in a democracy. There is no space for a violence in a democracy. Now, let me tell you what has happened. Now, there is a consultation ongoing. There is a consultation with a high-powered committee, subcommittee, local committee with local leaders. Is that consultation not yielding results? It is yielding results. It is a very engaging discussion.
One second, let him make his point now. He's just coming, yeah.
It is a very engaging discussion that is happening. The consultation is happening with the apex body in Leh. It's happening with the Kargil Democratic Alliance. What has it yielded? It has yielded an increasing of scheduled tribes reservation from 45% to 84%. The dialogue has given this. It has given 1/3 reservation to women in councils. It has declared Boti and Purgi as official languages. It has started the recruitment of 1,800 posts. What Sonam Wangchuk is raising, is it not under consultation? It is under consultation. The 6th schedule is being talked about. What were the next steps? They had to convene again on the 6th of October. Now what has happened?
Let him finish.
What has happened in the meantime? The people of Ladakh, the innocent people of Ladakh are paying the price of petty politics played by Congress party. That's what's happening.
Let me just come in now. And I want to put a question to Nikhil Jain. Nikhil Jain. Yeah. Let me come in now on this, Sidharth Yadav. Nikhil Jain, the question to you is this. That a few days ago we saw Rahul Gandhi, invoking Gen Z, talking about, Gen Z and their role. Now we are looking at violent protests taking place, and now even Sonam Wangchuk is calling this a Gen Z revolution. Can we really distance from it? Because, when national leaders come out and use a certain type of rhetoric, we don't know what's going to be the repercussion of it. And it appears that's what's happened in Ladakh. Nikhil Jain.
Madhav, very honestly, before I made any comments, I wanted to congratulate you and applaud you for the fact that you were not seeing some sort of a conspiracy by the opposition or some foreign hand or that sort of a notion into this topic, but that is, I'm sorry, I can't do that now. See, at one point the BJP keeps on saying that Rahul Gandhi is somebody who the people of India don't listen to. He's not popular, he's a dynast, he can't do anything, he can't manage his party, he can't win elections. On the other hand, everything that happens in the country has a Rahul Gandhi hand to it. If there are protests in Ladakh, Rahul Gandhi did it.
Mr. Jain, while nobody is seeking any certificates from you, the simple question is whether Mr. Rahul Gandhi should have been responsible in his commentary. He did invoke Gen Z, which is now being invoked by Mr. Wangchuk as well. Is that not a fact?
So, is he invoked? Madhav, I don't quite understand the meaning of he invoked Gen Z, as if invoking Gen Z or mentioning about the current youth generation is somehow problematic or wrong.
In the context of Nepal and the violent protests there.
The fact that
please don't act so innocent, Nikhil Jain. We all know the context of Gen Z, and we know very well what has happened in Gen Z. Are you actually wanting that to happen? You want the Nepal protest to happen in India? Is that the model that the Congress party is now going to implement?
Nobody is wanting that to happen, but the problem is, in order to prevent that from happening, we need a responsible government, which we do not have. Let's be
criticize the government all you want, sir. That is your prerogative. The simple point is the kind of rhetoric, the metaphors that you use, all have a very real-world implication on ground, and that's the only point that's being highlighted here. We'll have to leave it there. Sidharth Yadav, Rajat Sethi, Nikhil Jain, and Dr. Sunny Devan, thanks so much for joining us on the show.